It's a German company, that's why it's the German theme.
I suspected Lidl were giving money to the British Heart Foundation to help keep their customers alive. But if Lidl never got the desired quality without HVO, their customers might be in need of more acute coronary care. So I headed to Lidl's HQ in Wimbledon. My plan was to raise money to provide heart care at every Lidl store, just in case. It was my very own Lidl HVO-a-thon.
Oh, wow, that is beautiful. That's what we're talking about, people. They're just sticking two fingers up to the established view and saying, look, come on, it's not going to kill you. Well, not immediately, anyway. Come on, roll up, roll up. Excuse me, madam, would you like to make a pledge? Would you like to make a pledge, sir? Who wants to pledge? I've got no pledges so far. Have you got anything? Have you got any money? Just what you put in to make it sound like you got some money in. OK, so that means we've got absolutely nothing! Who'd like to have a heart attack so that the nurse can defibrillate your heart? Why don't you set the ball rolling and pledge me 13p? OK. And yourself, would you like to pledge?
15p.
Hang on a minute. I need 250 million quid for a specialist heart hospital.
OK, £1.
It looked like I was going to get some support from an unexpected quarter.
Can I put you down for 20p, or it's just £50? £50? Gentlemen, would you like to make a pledge for our appeal? Can I put you down for 15p, 20p?
Hello there.
Looking for pledges, money.
Can I ask you to step away
Yes.
from the image?
Sorry, yes, of course, of course.
They actually sponsor the British Heart Foundation.
Yes, yes, I know, isn't it ironic? Isn't it ironic that they do that?
Do you feel this is the best way forward?
Well, we think it's our way forward. If you're looking for disgusting food, this is a great place to look. It wasn't very successful. They didn't want to pledge any money. Seems like... I suppose they've got to remain neutral. They are the police, after all, and it's not for them to say they support any one particular cause. They are there to uphold and enforce.
But even the police couldn't stop the tidal wave of people desperate to pledge.
So why do you not just wear a little T-shirt instead of wearing this kind of trousers and using the national flag?
Because these trousers are more amusing. I'm going to put another pledges of over £100 in here, so let's see what that gives us. There it goes. Doesn't it look beautiful?
It was better than I ever could have hoped. We'd raised enough for 1 hour's resuscitation training at 3 Lidl stores. But we needed more. It was time to take things up a notch.
I'm going down, I'm going in. Oh, that's soaking through the lederhosen, that's. Oh, yes. Quite thick, isn't it? Come on! Come on! Oh. I feel like a little strudel. Oh! I feel like I've gone blind in one eye. What's happened?
It was time to pass on the pledges to the premier peddlers of hydrogenated vegetable oil.
Oh, hello, it's Alex Riley here. We've raised over £100 to provide medical help in Lidl stores for people who may have heart disease through eating hydrogenated vegetable oil.
I can't really help you because we've only got about 27 items left.
Is there anybody senior who could come down and accept this cheque? It'd be a big media coup for Lidl.
Not in the press office, I don't think, no.
Really?
If you called like yesterday or this morning,
Yes.
you might have had more luck.
I wasn't here though yesterday or this morning, so there you go. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I knew they were just being coy and they'd come down if I waited long enough.
Here is a cheque for £105. Here, who'd like to accept the cheque? Here's a cheque for £155 and 13 pence. I mean, you know, in my view, that's bad manners.
But then I got a heart-stopping result. Not that I like to take all the credit, but perhaps inspired by my HVO-a-thon, Lidl wrote to me to say they'd decided to do their bit for the British heart and are going to stop ordering products containing HVO. They said by the time this programme aired, it could all be gone from their supermarkets. Well, if you'd like to check it out for yourself, why not pop down to Lidl? Here are some of the products where I found it. I continued my search for disgusting dairy. Then I got an unexpected steer. I'd been used to sniffing out the rubbish from processed foods. But this tip-off was leading me to the purest food of all, and the mother of all dairy, milk. Now, I have to warn you, this tip-off came from a source that some might consider controversial. This is Hove, near Brighton, where Heather Mills lives, and this is her cafe down there. Now, she's made some very well-publicised comments about how disgusting milk is, so I thought I'd come and meet her and find out for myself exactly what she's talking about. I'd read she'd rather drink milk from a dog or a rat than a cow. If anyone knew about the dirt on dairy, it would be Heather Mills. What I've done is I've mocked up some artwork for something that you might find quite interesting. Here we are. It's me milking a dog and also me milking a rat, because in the press you reported as saying that instead of drinking cow's milk we would be better off drinking dog's milk or rat's milk.
Which I never said, and that shows you how irresponsible the press are. What I said was to drink cow's milk is as nuts as drinking rat's or dog's milk. That's how crazy it is. There's pus in milk.
But hang on a minute. There's pus in milk.
Yes. If you imagine, you know, when we're teenagers squeezing our spot pus, yeah, there's
pus in milk.
And it's legally allowed. They're also not explaining all the growth hormones that we have in a lot of dairy around the world.
Apparently it is lovely when it's fresh out of the udder, though, you know, unpasteurised,
well,
body temperature.
I'd like to see you under a cow squirting milk and see whether you're happy to have that growth hormone, pus, antibiotics milk now that we've had this conversation.
Has all milk got pus in it?
Yeah.
Has all milk got growth hormones?
Yeah.
Pus, growth hormones in milk? They both sounded pretty disgusting to me, but could it really be true?
I'm on a pus hunt.
I was heading down to a dairy farm in Somerset.
I'm going to milk a cow when I get there. I think it'd be nice for a cow that's used to having mechanical suckers on its teats to have my soft, delicate fingers. I've never done it before. But I think I'm going to be quite good at it.
This is going to be an interesting afternoon, dear.
John Webster, Professor of Animal Husbandry, was going to let me loose on his favourite cow, Mavis.
Looks like she's already dripping a bit of milk.
Yes, she is. Yes, she's anticipating you. Just stroke down the side of the head, down to the udder, and then when you get down there, the back of your hand...
Jeez, nearly had my eye out then without
That's in the tail, don't worry about that.
OK, just
forget the tail.
Down here, and then
just a nice firm stroke, like this, like down to the udder, that, and now teat behind like that, look.
Yeah, come on, there's a good girl. I'm using all my moves. Oh, yeah. She's automatically doing it for me. Look
Yes, she is. Yeah, well, so it's called letdown. It's oxytocin, the hormone associated with the expulsion of milk in all animals, and also orgasm, if you want to include that in the script.
I don't want to give her an orgasm.
No, she won't get it, but it's the same hormone.
I have milked my first cow. I have managed to get milk to squirt out into a saucepan. I'm quite pleased with myself, actually.
I'd got the milk out, but where was the pus?
Occasionally, the odd bacteria, particularly pus-growing bacteria, will get through. But of course, pasteurisation is designed to take that out, as well as all sorts of other things.
Right.
Had Heather been exaggerating about the pus? What about the growth hormone?
Synthetic growth hormone is given to many cows in North America to drive these milking machines even faster.
Heather was right. Growth hormones are injected into cows to make them produce more milk. That sounded really disgusting.
But in Europe, it's banned.
But before I wrote Heather off completely, I wanted to make sure. So I called the import man at Her Majesty's Customs.
Is it legal to import dairy products from the USA that have been made from cows who've been treated with bovine growth hormones?
Yes.
OK, well, thanks very much for that.
All right.
Very interesting.
So Heather was right about the growth hormones. I needed to find some hormonal milk. Of course, I wasn't going to get any fresh milk flown all the way from America, but we could be getting the milk in the processed foods imported from there. And after some research, it looked like I might have found some, though not in the usual low-rent stuff I specialise in, but in upmarket food, like Pepperidge Farm cookies and crackers, Betty Crocker icing,
Betty Crocker.
And also